You're listening to Brian Sussman on Hot Talk 560 KSFO.
Take three. Often imitated, never duplicated, the Idiot Reel on KSFO, where we listen to a week's worth of politicos, luminaries, celebrities saying stupid things. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin with the President of the United States claiming the GOP has no new ideas. That's the point. We don't have any new ideas. We want to use the old ideas because they work every time they're employed. Then Pelosi with the swamp, and then Jay Leno on Pelosi in the swamp, and then Pelosi explaining the swamp, and then Pete Stark, who lives in the swamp, and then Maxine Waters, who's up to hot water in the swamp. Oh, you get the idea, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Friday Idiot Reel on KSFO.
They have not come up with a single solitary new idea to address the challenges of the American people. They don't have a single idea that's different from George Bush's ideas. Not one. Instead, they're betting on amnesia. That's what they're counting on. They're counting on that y'all forgot. They think that they can run the okey-doke on you. Bamboozle you.
When I came in, we said, we'll drain the swamp. And we did. We passed the most sweeping ethics reform in the history of the Congress.
And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said, when it comes to cleaning up the government, the Democrats have drained the swamp. Yeah. The only problem with that is, you know what's left after you drain the swamp? Snakes! Snakes everywhere!
Drain the swamp means to turn this Congress into the most honest and open Congress in history. That is my pledge. That is what I intend to do.
I think that there are very few constitutional limits that would prevent the federal government from rules that could affect your private life.
I have been in disagreement with the banking and mostly financial services community because of practices that I have believed to be not in the best interest always of the very people that they claim to serve. And so I come to this with very, very strong opinions about what we need to do to regulate this industry.
The federal government, yes, can and do most anything in this country.
Unfortunately, with the requirements for disclosure that we all have, mistakes are made, and we do get a chance to correct them. But I want to tell you, there are many members who, if you go back over all of their records over the years, you're going to find that there are disclosures that were not made.
Any personal respect and affection we may have for people makes us sad about the course of events. But we have to uphold a high ethical standard, and none of our personalities is more important than that.
I understand the frustration of people in Arizona, but what we can't do is demagogue the issue, and what we can do is allow a patchwork of 50 different states or cities or localities where anybody who wants to make a name for themselves suddenly says, I'm going to be anti-immigrant and I'm going to try to see if I can solve the problem ourselves.
Do you support E-Verify? That was the question that's pending, sir.
To the extent that it's constitutional and...
There we go. Do you have an opinion as to how it might be unconstitutional, sir?
What might be unconstitutional?
E-Verify.
Oh, yeah.
How is it unconstitutional?
How is it unconstitutional? If it could pose a limit on somebody getting a job.
And unemployment insurance, we talk about it as a safety net and the rest. This is one of the biggest stimuluses to our economy. Economists will tell you this money is spent quickly. It injects demand into the economy and is job creating. It creates jobs faster than almost any other initiative you can name, because again, it is money that is needed for families to survive, and it is spent. So it has a double benefit. It helps those who've lost their jobs, but it also is a job creator.
These are the folks who were behind the steering wheel and drove the car into the ditch. So we've had to put on our galoshes. We went down there in the mud. We've been pushing. We've been shoving. They've been standing back, watching, saying, you're not moving fast enough. You ain't doing it right. Why are you doing it that way? Finally, we get this car out of the ditch. We're just right there on the blacktop. We're about to start driving forward again. They say, hold on, we want the keys back.
No, actually, we're standing up there watching, saying, hey, you dope, use a tow truck.